What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in with Just Life Solutions with Coach Kizzy. Well, you already know what the quick talk is gonna be about. Like I said, breaking news is right there, and it's sex addiction. So anything that leads me to studying about, because like if I want to do something, I have to I study on it, and I'm gonna study on this a little bit more because I'm talking about it, but I'm just gonna be talking about some of the stuff that's on here and what the experience that I have, like encountered, like what people do. Like so we're gonna start off with this right here. So now I see why people wanna try to get me angry. So I see well when I was studying it says sex addiction may experience intense anger when they can't engage in the behavior. So now I see. So different things that like if things are happening in my life or whatever and stuff like that, and I see why people trying to make me angry or make me want to do something. So I feel like when you try to make me angry for a person to say, "See, I told you they behavior, they can't get sex." I never had a sex addiction, never had a sex addiction. So that's why I'm just now studying on this part right here because I never had a sex addiction. So I'm just reading off of some of the stuff that I've been seeing up in here. So people with ADHD experience sexual symptoms. You know what I'm saying? Like with sex addiction, that can cause that. So I didn't know some of this stuff. So if I'm studying stuff and I have to get it all programmed in my brain to not understand like what people go through with a sex addiction. So I wrote that twice. So because their sexual addiction drives them to seek out sexual experiences, they be more likely to cheat on their partner. Unfortunately, the pattern of behavior being formed their needs to fulfill their addiction. So now, if you are seeking or if you're seeking support for sex addiction, consider the following: therapy, counseling, trained therapists or counselor offer specializing in that type of field. I don't specialize in that because I don't know. So now I mean, because I pay attention to things and everything, and I think, well, I'm not gonna say things, but the Holy Spirit led me this way because I didn't know. Well, it's a disorder. Yeah, it's a sex disorder. So that's why I say a brain is never I mean, like a brain never stop working. If you make it stop working, then you make it stop working. But I see on here now like the following things and stuff like that, and what engage in people like when they can't get it or whatever. So now I see why the angry part or whatever. Also, right here say it makes you angry, your anxiety, sadness, and shame, whatever So I don't understand it, but I never had a sex addiction. I ain't like I never had sex before, but I never had addiction. It's not addiction. If I had addiction, I would seek help. I had a drug addiction. I know I had that, you know. So it's a difference. And I'm probably a little moist and sweating, so it got hot because I drank that coffee. And so often loneliness drive the addiction behavior. Faithfulness is a factor you may to consider when dealing with a sex addiction. Many sex addicts or addicts usually are faithful to their partner in a sense that they are not engaging in the other in a physical relationship. Instead, they are using things like fantasy, pornography, and all stuff like that. Like, so that's why they watch porn all day long. Like, I don't know. I mean, like, how much sex can you get? How much sex can you get? So managing that behavior is therapy, counseling, therapy. I mean, like, I don't know everything about it, but I know I read about it, and I know it's helpful. I know it's helpful, but now I see why the angry poet try to come in it, but no, I don't have a sex addiction. So now I see, you just see certain things that like when 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 it comes to mind or whatever and stuff like that. I started doing a little research. A little research. I'll be on it. You know what I'm saying? Because now I see like, because these kids still up in here. I mean, like, I'm not 2 years old. You know how like when you was like they age, they 13, 14, 15, whatever old they is, whatever. So you know how like when you 2 or 3 or something and somebody dropped the kid off to you and they babysit you and they pay you about $20, $25 for babysitting the kids or whatever. I'm not a child. They don't have to watch me. I'm not a child. My mama didn't drop me off to them and ask them to babysit me. They can go to sleep and relax and get ready for school. They don't have to watch me. I don't need watching. I'm 42, not two. So just up all type of the morning, like no kind of respect. Like I don't understand. Like a grown individual, how can a grown individual just have some kids just up? Just that's lack of rest. And like for their future when the future comes and stuff like that, and then they tired and stuff and not learning things in school because what a grown person wants these kids to do nowadays, what to be in adult business. I don't understand that part. Some things that you do in life, that's why you gotta be mindful of what you do. Mindful of what you do. But if you have kids involved in adult stuff, kids should be kids. Like I said once before, you're robbing the kids from their childhood because they already grown now. Just from this little incident or whatever, they already grown now. They already grown. They even know exactly what's going on in Dallas, Texas that I don't know. They already grown. They already grown. So when stuff like that happened, I used to always know that my mom used to, boy, go in that room, stay out of grown folks' mouth. That's what I was taught. Go in that room, stay out of grown folks' mouth. Get in there. Or she didn't even have to say nothing. She give us a look, and we already know what that look is. Like get the hell up out of here. That was that look. Nowadays, kids are in grown folks' business. Kids are having kids. Kids are having sex with grown men. Like that's why you gotta be mindful of what you're doing with kids nowadays. Because whatever they hear, whatever they see, they do it. Because the simple fact a grown individual don't want to take accountability of their actions and putting kids in grown folk business. I don't think that's right at all. I think that's childish of the individual. I think that's very childish. Very childish. And for people to think that that's cool, that's not cool. That's not cool. What if those were your kids? You would want your kids to be up and all this stuff. Is that how we raising the next generation? Is that how we raising the next generation by having them up all night, not getting proper rest that they need to study for school and for them to be able to do things that we didn't that we made mistakes on and everything to avoid all that stuff. That's how I know that the next generation should be to avoid all the things that we have done in our past and as our childhood. That's how you're supposed to raise the next generation. You're supposed to raise them as in trying to make sure that they get an education and not starting being in grown folks' business. They already know what SEX is. So my thing is, be mindful of how you do things. I don't care how evil you are. I don't care how evil you are and how evil you can get. But sometimes in your life, you got to stand up and be grown about any situation that you're going through in life. So when I say that, that means, hey, we always a kid one day. We was always a child once upon a time in our lives. So therefore, did we do grown folks stuff? I know I didn't. I had fun as a child. I had fun as a child. I was outside. I was outside and doing kid stuff. I knew a lot of stuff. I knew a lot of stuff, but that wasn't my business to go tell my mama or blah 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 all this stuff. That's why I say it's crazy because they know what's going on in Dallas, Texas. The exact thing that's going on in Dallas, Texas, but I don't know. I heard all kinds of stuff. I heard all kinds of stuff, but I don't even worry about that type of stuff no more. But my thing is now, but I just see now that why people try to get me to be angry or want me to be angry. I'm not an angry person. I'm not an angry bird. I'm not an angry bird. Angry is not in my category. I'm about the nicest person that you would ever meet. So angry, you can do all this stuff all day long. You can have them slamming doors over here, bamming against the wall. What am I supposed to do? Scream and stuff? Like what am I supposed to be doing? That's what I don't understand. What am I supposed to be doing? Supposed to be screaming at them, cussing them out? What am I supposed to be doing? Because if they banging on the walls, slamming doors, that's kids anyways. That's kids. They kids do dumb stuff. So what am I supposed to be doing to them? I I haven't got that down pack yet. I haven't got that down pack yet. They run out through the house. They start yelling and stuff like that. I don't care about nobody yelling. I worked at a nursing home where they cuss you out real loud. Where they cuss you out real loud. They might spit on you, scratch you, bite you. So that little stuff that they doing, what is that? That's like something that comes out your what you sit on in a toilet. Some crap. That's what that is. That's exactly what that is. So what I'm supposed to be doing? That's what I'm not understanding. What I'm supposed to be doing? Being angry because you want to say I have a sex addiction? No, that's you guys. That's you guys. When you start accepting that fact in your mind, then you can start healing yourself. When you start coming to the conclusion that I do have a sex addiction, then you start healing yourself. You can heal yourself and say, okay, well, you know what? I do have a sex addiction. I elf Tom Dickin. I don't want to say it like that, but Harry. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, then you have to sit down with yourself and start saying, okay, well then I'm gonna have to fix this problem. If I can't fix it on my own, then I'm gonna seek professional help. So therefore, be mindful of what you do, baby. That's my thing. Be mindful of what you do, because whatever you're doing, you're not like my thing is whatever you're doing in life, it's not hurting me. You're hurting yourself more than you're hurting me. You understand what I'm saying? You hurting yourself more than you hurting me because you doing a lot of stuff to trying to hurt me, but you only hurting yourself. That's it. You hurting yourself because you're not making me feel some type of way. So it's really hurting you because you're not making me feel a certain type of way. You understand what I'm saying? So it's actually making you look very, very lame. It's making you look lame, and your whole group look lame because you're not hurting me on no type of way. No type of way are you hurting me, or you making me feel ashamed about something, or you making me angry. I'm not angry. If I never been angry like that, so what am I be angry for now? I done been pissed off before. I done been pissed off because some people just not right. Yeah, I done been pissed off before, but I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all. That's it, you guys. So that's the first thing you got to start saying to. That's the first thing you got to start saying to yourself. When you start saying that and say, "Okay, I do have addiction. I do have addiction." Just do that in your mind. Like I mean, it's understandable. A lot of people love sex and love this and love that. So if you have addiction, it's a difference if you just like to have just just have sex. But addiction is a disorder. Addiction. Like, okay, admit admit your mistakes. Like if you know that you have a sex addiction, you know that. All you have to do is come to yourself and be forgive yourself from it. Forgive yourself from it. Release that. And start having in your mind that I know I can control this addiction. You can control anything in your life if you set your mind to it. But that's my time, you guys. I ain't talking about nothing, but I'm just being real about this right now because I'm not understanding what people think they have going on because what you got going on sometimes it just be so dumb. It be so dumb. So you got to start thinking about what you doing, what you doing, because it's dumb. You got 100,000 people against one person, 100,000 people against one person for all these years, and all of y'all look like what we sit on because you're trying to make me look like something. What y'all make me look like? Because I'm beautiful on the outside and the inside. So what you trying to make me look like? So you guys, that's my time. I sure hope y'all have an amazing morning.